Okay, here we go. This is Garrett, tears2joyministries.org. This video is called Prayer Warriors. You're joking, right? Children of God, you're joking, right? You actually think you're a prayer warrior? You actually think that there are prayer warriors here on earth? Do you actually think there are Christian prayer warriors here on earth? Now look, I'm not mocking you. I'm not making fun of you for believing this because I used to believe it too. I'm not picking on you. It's not your fault. Christians on the internet in videos have taught us that there's such a thing as a prayer warrior. That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in the last 12 months. It's not your fault you believe this. It's not my fault I used to believe that there was such a thing as a prayer warrior. I know Christians on Christian TV and cable TV have taught us this. I know our elders have taught us this. I know our churches have taught us this. I know pastors have taught us that there is such a thing as a prayer warrior. I know that even Christian songs have taught us that there's such a thing as a prayer warrior. I want you to know the term prayer warrior makes God sick. It makes him sick. It makes him sick when we call ourselves a prayer warrior, because nothing could be farther from the truth. You are not a prayer warrior. Neither am I. I used to think I was when I was a little younger in the Lord. And once again, remember, I'm not blaming you. Please don't blame me for thinking this foolish, prideful, egotistical, demonic doctrine of prayer warriors. It's not your fault. Our elders taught us this. The Christian songs on Christian radio taught us this. The Christian movies taught us this. And it's all pure garbage. I want to explain something to you right now, and I pray that for those of you who have ears, hear what God is about to say and hear it now. God says, only my son Jesus is a warrior. Only my son Jesus was a prayer warrior. Only my son Jesus can be defined as a warrior. Only my son Jesus is the only true warrior. Children of God, God says you are not warriors. You are not prayer warriors. You are not Bible warriors. You are nothing before my throne. Hear what God says here. You are nothing but dust and bones and water and blood. You are not a warrior. Only my son, my Christ, my chosen one, my anointed one is the true warrior. And God says, children, I love you, and you have my son living inside of you. God says, my son is living in your heart. My son Jesus is living in your heart. You have the warrior living inside of your heart. You are my little children whom I love dearly, whom I'm protecting. But stop being so prideful, God says. Stop being so egotistical. Stop being so self-righteous. Only my son Jesus is a warrior, and you are not. All right, I'm back. This is Garrett. I'm back talking again. That was a minor miracle right there where God takes us over and speaks for a couple seconds. That was a miracle. I used to think I was a prayer warrior. That's just my pride. That's just the demons lying to me. That's just the demons telling me these stupid things and laughing at me. We are not warriors. The weakest demon on planet Earth could kill every single human being on earth, possibly in 1 hour. We are not warriors. We are to humble ourselves. The more you humble yourself, the more God will lift you up. The more you think you're a prayer warrior, the more God is going to squish you back down again. Believe me, I know He does this to me. He does this to me because of the pride in me. Let me wrap up this video. Children of God, there are no prayer warriors on earth. There never have been, there never will be. Only Jesus is the warrior. Only Jesus. You are not a warrior. You are not a prayer warrior. You are not a demonic warfare warrior. You are not a Bible warrior. You and I are nothing. Nothing. We are nothing at all. We are nothing outside of God's grace. Nothing. Please, a 7-year tribulation is about to start soon. Please, let's stop this silly doctrine and this silly belief and these silly sentences that I am a prayer warrior. You are a prayer warrior. It makes God sick. Let's stop that, please.